The divine orchestration of success, embracing life's unexpected symphonies. Welcome, dear listeners, to a transformative journey through the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, the twists and turns of life, and the hidden melodies in our missteps. I'm thrilled to share with you today the profound wisdom gleaned from my recent interview with the extraordinary Aisha Carter Cathey, a visionary entrepreneur, a beacon of resilience, and a true maestro in the art of turning setbacks into comebacks. Aisha isn't just another success story. She's a force of nature, a woman who has not only weathered her own storms, but has dedicated her life to helping others navigate theirs. Her insights have touched countless lives, transforming the way we view failure, success, and everything in between. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to embark on a mind-bending, perspective-shifting adventure. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering why the universe seems to have it out for you? Why, despite your best efforts, success feels like a mirage, always on the horizon, but never quite within reach? Well, my friends, prepare to have your world turned upside down, because we're about to challenge everything you thought you knew about success and failure. Imagine for a moment that every setback you've ever faced, every failure that's left you questioning your worth, every moment that's made you want to throw in the towel and take up knitting instead, what if all of these were actually carefully orchestrated steps towards your ultimate success? I know. It sounds like the kind of thing you'd find on a cheesy motivational poster, right? But hang with me here, because this isn't just feel-good fluff. This is the real deal, backed by the hard-won wisdom of someone who's been in the trenches and come out swinging. You see, Aisha shared with me a profound truth that's completely revolutionized my perspective on life's challenges. She believes, and I've come to agree, that there's a divine orchestration behind every experience we have. Whether it's a glorious victory or a soul-crushing defeat, it's all part of a grand symphony that's working in our favor. Now I can almost hear some of you scoffing. Easy for you to say, you might be thinking. You haven't seen the state of my bank account after my last business venture went belly up. Trust me, I get it. I've been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. Heck, I've got a whole wardrobe of failed entrepreneur t-shirts. But here's the kicker. What if that failed venture wasn't really a failure at all? What if it was actually planting seeds for your future success? Aisha puts it this way. Every challenge I've faced, whether brought on by external circumstances or my own bone-headed decisions, has served as a valuable lesson. Each misstep or so-called failure planted seeds that, over time, have blossomed into a thriving garden of wisdom and success. Let that sink in for a moment. Your failures aren't just random acts of cosmic cruelty. They're not the universe's way of saying, ha, take that, you ambitious so-and-so. They're lessons, they're growth opportunities. They're the compost that's fertilizing your future success. And let's be honest, some of the best things grow in compost, right? Now, I know it's tempting to fall into the why me trap when things go wrong. We've all been there, wallowing in self-pity, cursing our bad luck, maybe even shaking our fist at the sky like we're in some kind of dramatic movie scene. But Aisha suggests a different approach. Instead of asking, why me? She asks, oh, what can I learn from this? It's a simple shift in perspective, but let me tell you, it's more powerful than a double shot of espresso on a Monday morning. Think about it like this. Remember when you were a kid and your mom told you not to touch the hot stove? But of course, being the curious little rebel you were, you touched it anyway. Ouch! That hurt, right? But I bet you never touched the hot stove again. That pain taught you a valuable lesson. Life's setbacks are like that hot stove. They might sting in the moment, but the lesson they teach, that's pure gold. In the world of business, we're constantly experimenting with different strategies. Some work, some don't. But here's the kicker. Even the ones that don't work are teaching us something valuable. Maybe it's teaching us what not to do next time. Maybe it's showing us a gap in the market we hadn't noticed before. Or maybe it's just toughening us up, making us more resilient for the challenges ahead. It's like life's way of putting us through entrepreneurial boot camp. Aisha shared a powerful affirmation with me that her mother gave her years ago. Be mindful of the seeds you plant, because one day you will eat the fruit from that tree, whether it be good or bad. Think about that for a second. Every action we take, every decision we make is planting a seed. And one day we're going to reap what we've sown. So the question is, are you planting apple trees or poison ivy? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Aisha says, remember this also, what you think is a failure. All the hard work that you may think you have lost. All of the time that you feel like you'll never get back because you were so busy being an entrepreneur. Those are all seeds that you have planted. Let that sink in. Those late nights you spent working on a project that never took off. Seeds. That money you invested in a business idea that flopped. Seeds. That relationship you neglected because you were so focused on your goals. Yep, you guessed it. Seeds. It's like you've been Johnny Appleseed all along and you didn't even know it. But here's the million-dollar question. What kind of seeds are you planting? Are you planting seeds of bitterness and resentment, or are you planting seeds of growth and learning? Are you cultivating a garden of excuses, or are you nurturing a forest of opportunities? Aisha challenges us to plant them with grace. Don't beat yourself up over your failures. Don't wallow in regret over the time you wasted. Instead, be grateful for the lessons, because if you can find the good in the mishap, if you can extract the wisdom from the failure, you're planting good seeds. And good seeds, they grow into trees that bear the sweetest fruit. It's like turning lemons into lemonade, except in this case, you're turning your failures into a whole orchard of success. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's all well and good, but you don't know my situation. You don't know how many times I've failed. And you're right, I don't. But let me tell you about Moses. Yes, that Moses, the one from the Bible. Now, whether you're religious or not, stick with me because there's a powerful lesson here. Moses wasn't exactly a poster child for success, at least not at first. He was a murderer on the run, hiding out in the desert, probably thinking his life was over. He'd gone from Prince of Egypt to sheep herder faster than you can say identity crisis. But then he had an encounter that changed everything. God called out to him, and you know what Moses said? Here I am. Now, Aisha uses this same phrase, here I am, but in a slightly different context. For her, it's a declaration of openness. It's saying, I'm ready to learn from my disappointments. I'm ready to grow from my business losses. I'm here and I'm listening. It's like saying, universe, I'm ready for my next lesson. Bring it on. Can you imagine how different your life might be if you approached every setback with that attitude? Instead of running away from your failures, hiding from your mistakes, what if you stood tall and said, here I am, what can I learn from this? It's like turning your life into one big classroom where every experience is a lesson and every failure is just a pop quiz preparing you for the final exam of success. Aisha has endured ventures that didn't succeed and ideas that stalled due to procrastination. But instead of seeing these as wasted time or energy, she sees them as ingredients in a recipe crafted by divine wisdom. The pain, the pleasure, the triumphs, the trials, they're all mixed together, forming the rich fabric of our journey towards success. It's like baking a cake. Flour by itself, not very tasty. Raw eggs, no thank you. But mix them together with the right ingredients in the right proportions. And what do you get? A delicious masterpiece. Your life, your entrepreneurial journey is that cake. The failures, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, they're all necessary ingredients. Without them, your success wouldn't taste nearly as sweet. It would be like a cake without sugar. Edible, sure, but where's the joy in that? Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Embracing failure, welcoming challenges, it goes against everything we've been taught. We live in a world that celebrates overnight success and instant gratification. We want our businesses to grow as fast as our Instagram followers and our bank accounts to fill up quicker than our Twitter feeds. But real success, lasting success, doesn't happen overnight. It's built on a foundation of failures, lessons learned, and persistent effort. It's like building a house. You can't just throw up the walls and call it a day. You need a solid foundation. And sometimes digging that foundation means getting your hands dirty. Aisha puts it this way. Instead of resisting the lessons alluded to by life's tougher moments, I welcome them, just as Moses faced challenges without giving up. I embrace the understanding that these experiences are part of a grander scheme designed to refine and equip me. It's like life is putting you through a personalized training program designed to turn you into the superhero version of yourself. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you face a setback, the next time a business idea flops or a relationship falls apart or things just don't go your way, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and instead of asking, why me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? It's like being a detective in your own life story, looking for clues that will lead you to your next big breakthrough. And then stand tall, square your shoulders, and say, here I am. Here I am, ready to learn. Here I am, ready to grow. Here I am, ready to turn this setback into a comeback. It's like you're answering the call of your own destiny, stepping up to the plate for the next beginning in the game of life. Remember, nothing happens by accident. Every scar, every failed attempt is an ingredient in the rich tapestry of your success story. As you grow through each experience, you'll become a more resilient and accomplished entrepreneur, ready to create something truly remarkable. You're not just building a business, you're building yourself. Now, I know some of you might be feeling the weight of fear or disappointment right now. Maybe you're on the verge of giving up on your dreams. Maybe you're questioning whether you're cut out for this entrepreneurial journey. To you, I say this: don't quit. Your failures are not the end of your story, they're the beginning of a new chapter. They're the cocoon from which your success will emerge stronger and more beautiful than you ever imagined. Think about a diamond for a moment. Do you know how diamonds are formed? They start as simple carbon buried deep in the earth. And then, under immense pressure and heat over millions of years, they transform into one of the hardest, most valuable substances on earth. Your challenges, your setbacks, your failures, they're the pressure and heat that are transforming you into a diamond. Don't cut the process short. Don't rob the world of the unique brilliance only you can bring. You're not just going through tough times, you're going through a transformation. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought from Aisha. She says, trust me, I live what I talk about. And that's what makes her wisdom so powerful. It's not just theory, it's not just positive thinking, it's hard earned, battle tested truth. It's wisdom forged in the fires of experience, tempered by the cold water of reality, and sharpened on the whetstone of perseverance. So, my fellow entrepreneurs, my fellow dreamers and doers, I challenge you to live this truth too. Embrace your failures, welcome your challenges, plant your seeds with grace, knowing that one day you'll reap a harvest beyond your wildest dreams. Be the gardener of your own success, nurturing each setback as if it were the most precious seed in your garden. And the next time life knocks you down, stand back up, dust yourself off, and say with confidence, here I am, what's next?
Because let me tell you, success isn't just about reaching your destination, it's about who you become on the journey. And with every setback, every failure, every lesson learned, you're becoming exactly who you need to be to achieve the success you're destined for. You're not just an entrepreneur, you're an alchemist, turning the lead of your failures into the gold of your success. You're a phoenix rising from the ashes of your setbacks, more magnificent with each rebirth.
You're the hero of your own story, and every challenge is just another dragon to slay on your quest for greatness. So go out there, take risks, make mistakes, learn, grow, and remember, in the divine orchestration of success, there are no accidents, only opportunities. Every false note is just a step towards finding your perfect melody. Every stumble is just a dance move you haven't mastered yet. Every tear is just water for the seeds of your future success. You are the conductor of your own life symphony. The setbacks, the failures, the disappointments, they're all just instruments in your orchestra. And when you learn to conduct them properly, oh, what a beautiful music you'll make. So, my friends, as you leave here today, I want you to remember this. You are not defined by your failures. You are defined by how you rise from them. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your destiny. And every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt is just another brick in the magnificent cathedral of your success. Don't just dream big, fail big, learn big, and then succeed bigger than you ever imagined possible. Because in the grand symphony of life, it's not about playing all the right notes. It's about how beautifully you play the wrong ones. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. Now, go out there and turn your failures into the footnotes of your success story. The world is waiting for the music only you can make. It's time to pick up your conductor's baton and lead your life's orchestra to a standing ovation. Remember, in the divine orchestration of success, you're not just a player, you're the maestro. Now, go make some beautiful music.